Alright guys, welcome back to OCG's Rumble and the Oceanic Jungle. This is Noxius Gaming versus VGR.Black. The score is 2-1 in VGR.Black's favor. We've had 3 games so far. This is game 4. It's been a really long day for us, so bear with us. We've been shoutcasting since 11 AM and it's now 6:40 over here, so it's pretty big. And how you going, man? I'm joined by my co-caster, the People's Whisper. And how's your day been?
It's been long. We've seen a crazy best of 5. We're only into the 4th game now. We've had one game that was 70-something minutes. We've had another one that was 55, just under the hour. This is what happens when you have 2 such evenly matched, high-quality teams in a grand final like we have here. So games do take a while, but that's only because they're just never over. They're just so even all the time. Both teams are so worried to throw, they have a bad initiate, and are just so careful that it's forced to drag out these games.
Yeah. The best of 5 is always going to be long, but these teams are so evenly matched that we are seeing the games extend longer than I expected, which is absolutely fine. These kind of things happen all the time. So we are in the pick and ban phase. Shin, Jana, and Nessus have been locked in, as well as Twitch and Zach. Twitch has actually been taken away from Zero Tools, so that makes a lot of sense. They know that he plays a very good Twitch, as we witnessed last game. And they want to take that away from him, so.
Yeah, Twitch was absolutely devastating, and they see they've already, the Shin has been picked up, and they really don't want the Shin and the Twitch in the same team. That's definitely something you don't want to allow, because, well, we saw the Invis sneak up sets up perfectly for taunts. So Twitch is taking, I'm not at all surprised, and Nami as well. Nami's such a powerful support. It's just soft locked at the moment, but I would not be surprised to see this locked in. She's really popular at the moment. I think we've seen her every game. She's just that powerful in this grand final, and both teams definitely want to snatch her up. Same with Zach. People really liking Zach at the moment. Really good jungler, really big tank with such a big gap close. But we do see Nessus still open, and they're going to be really happy to grab Nessus. They love to run that in the jungle. We saw it really successful last game as well. He becomes massive late game. He's such a good tank. Really good at taking out those Barons and those Dragons, the objectives. He's really useful for that. He works with the build that's popular at the moment of just tanking up, helping out the team. So he's the #1 jungler. They'll be happy to have them.
So Corky has been soft-locked. It'll be really interesting to see. He's pretty good against Twitch. A very unconditional AD carry though. So hopefully he works out for them in the long run. But he's going to be very, very strong in the laning phase against Twitch. And that has been locked in, so it's looking pretty good. And Chocobo has hovered over Heimerdinger every single time for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 games. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, we know it's not going to get locked in. Heimerdinger doesn't fit within this team, and he's just trolling, having a bit of fun, wants to trick our shoutcasters. I hope one day he does lock it in, but I'm fairly confident it's not going to be today and not with this lineup, that's for sure. And here we go, it's Karl-Zeke's locked in.
That's a very cool assassin. Very good at killing both Twitch and Nami, so I wonder if they'll run that in a top lane or a mid lane or even in the bot lane, because we have seen a lot of lane swaps today. So Jasmine Tea Leaf is, I think, picking his top laner. And he's hopping over Pantheon at the moment. That could be really interesting. What do you think about a Pantheon pick, man?
Pantheon would be crazy. Haven't seen a Pantheon in quite a while. There are quite a few people who like to run them, generally in mid, just to snowball out really early. But they also have the Ahri, so it's going to be quite surprising where that go if that does lock in. The Ahri was so successful in the last game, I'm not surprised to see it again. It is strange not to see their Ahri being picked up. They haven't gone for the Ashe this time, even though it's been allowed open. They went for Twitch instead to remove it. They don't have that long-range engage that they're used to. They still have the Zero. I would be surprised if this Pantheon's locked in, though. I think they may just be paying them back for the old Heimerdinger joke, but you never know. Pantheon could be viable, and it wouldn't be impossible for them to be locked in now.
So we've got a minute left before we start the 3-minute delay.
And he is.
And Pantheon has been locked in, and I'm wondering who they're going to counter with that. I feel like it does pretty good against Shen, who auto-attacks quite a lot. It does pretty good against Karl-Zeke as well, and it's a very unconventional pick in my opinion, and we'll see what happens. It's being played by Jasmine Tea Leaf, who is traditionally the top laner for Team Noxius Gaming, so could be in the top lane as well. Don't see too many top lane Pantheons, but a strong champion all around, I feel.
Yeah, generally they prefer that mid lane just to give them more access to the ultimate, I believe, to help gank those other lanes, especially down bot. You can do some really good sky drops, so that'll be a lot more difficult to reach from the top lane, so it will be interesting to see. I don't know if Ahri will go top, because I have no idea. They had Ahri versus Shin last lane. I believe they lane versus each other. Maybe they want a rematch.
Yeah, they did. Maybe it is going to be a rematch. These guys are definitely picking heroes that they're comfortable on. We keep seeing like reoccurring heroes like the Twitch and the Zac and the Namis. and the Ares and stuff like that. So they're very strong champions at the moment. And definitely heroes that these guys know how to play. We're not being thrown any curveballs with these guys' summoner spells. 2 ignites per team on the Ari Pantheon, Corki, and Kha'Zix. Teleport on the Shen. And it's going to be a good game, I feel. Of course, as Shen can use Stand United, so can Pantheon use the Sky Drop and travel around the map that way as well. So it's a little bit not as global as Shen, but Pantheon still does have that global effect.
However, they are just opting for no teleport whatsoever. So if that Shen does make a teleport that's outside of Pantheon's range, they won't actually be able to stop it. So they might actually have a little bit of trouble with the split pushing this game. Last game they were able to stick Riseman, whatever lane he was split pushing in, with the teleport so he could follow him around. But this time they don't have that option. So it's going to be up to really smart placement from that Pantheon to make sure he can always hit his ult really efficiently if that's how they plan on chasing down the Shen. Shen. It's been a long day.
It's alright, man. I understand. Alright, so 2 minutes left on this delay. I'm hoping we see some cool skins coming out. Pantheon has some very badass skins. I think it's Full Metal and Glaive Thrower are just absolutely amazing. So hopefully Jasmine T has bought into some Pantheon skins, and we are going to see them pimped out for us today.
Yeah, well, I was happy to see Gangster Twitch last game. Definitely the coolest
definitely.
Twitch skin. I'll be interested to see if we're going to see that same skin come out from a different person playing it. I wouldn't even mind seeing the old UFO Corki as well. That's always a funny skin to have come out.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so what is your favorite skin in League of Legends while we wait?
Just drop that on me real quick. Maybe just Legendary Mundo. The old Mundo, business Mundo, cracks me up. I still just love throwing briefcase. So I'll just give that my favourite. Mundo Fire, I just love it. The very first time I saw it, I was mind blown. I couldn't believe the skin could be so cool. Just how the paper all flies out the briefcase when it's flying across the map, it just cracks me up.
I like Mecha Kha'Zix is one of my favorite skins. It's very, very cool. As well as even Shockblade Z, I think it's called. The Z skin is very cool. Alright, so 35 seconds left and we're going to get into it. So this is the 4th game of a best of 5, and I know I'm getting tired, I know you're getting tired, and the players must be absolutely exhausted. Everyone's been doing League of Legends since 11 AM New Zealand Standard Time this morning, and that's a long time to be doing this. Especially when something's on the line, like the pricing is $500, $100 RP and Triumphant Rise. It's not something that you want to slack off for, and these teams definitely want it. So it's very draining to have to keep up this kind of pace throughout the game, in my opinion.
Well, I've been hearing from the teams, a lot of them really want that Rise skin, to be honest. They really want. I don't think either of these teams have won a big Riot tournament before. I'm not too sure about Noxius, they may have, but I know VGR.Black haven't got that skin, and a lot of their members really want it. So they're going hard for the Rise skin. They want to have that swag factor, I suppose, for the next tournament when they pick Rise, to show that they've conquered tournaments before. The intimidation of the triumphant Rise skin.
And alright, we're into it, and it doesn't look like Jasmine Tea Leaf has taken any Pantheon skins. I was looking forward to it. You are seeing Gangster Twitch, Special Weapons Zack and Foxfire Ari, as well as Earthrider Corki, Frozen Shen, and Victorious Sharp. So, pretty cool skins all around. Just upset we didn't get to see a Glaive Thrower or a Full Metal Pantheon. And we will be getting into this game shortly, guys.
It's just the Kha'Zix already, the casual slow Kha'Zix, running on his old potato PC. Got him to the finals though, so he's not going to complain with it.
No, not at all.
Soon. Just going to tick on through, 70%, won't be long now, and then we're up. It's going to be big. It's a big game, because this is pretty much match point. They've really got to win it, NX, if they want to stay in it. They need this win, otherwise it's going to go to VGR, so it's a big game. Now it really matters. The pressure's going to be on. They're going to really want to win it and end it here. I'm sure they don't want to take it to Game 5. I'm sure the youngsters definitely want to take it to Game 5. They don't want to just hand this win over. They won't want to be, so it's a lot in. Everyone really wants to win this. This is a massive best of 5. It's gone even Its score is currently 2-1, but every game has actually been so close. It's actually so evenly matched teams. I'm not surprised both these teams are in the finals, what I'm trying to say. They're just both so well equipped. They've got good lineups, they've got good options. They've proven they're not just one team, like one hero champs. They've got flexibility. They can really change their lineup really easily. Every draft is interesting, and this is what I want to see. This is really good grand final.
This is what we want to see in a grand final. We want to see an epic best of 5 and lots of pings going down on the enemy Nexus. I'm not sure they're going to run there. They might be heading into their opponent's jungle though. And they're actually all grouping up in the mid lane. They have vision of one another, so we're not going to see too many invades. And the ping spam is coming out.
I wonder who's going to be the first to start dancing. Horror's toning it out. Here come the calls.
The toasted PC calls coming out from chat.
Looks like they're just hanging out in the mid lane. Everyone's good friends. They've been playing League of Legends with each other for the last few hours, so they've all got to know each other quite well. More than happy just to have a little chat in the mid lane before the creeps spawn.
And they're setting up. It looks like they want to go into the blue side jungle and get a ward down, and it'll be good. Ward is down. I wonder if they're going to stay around. They have been pretty successful in the evades traditionally. Noxius Gaming do a very, very tight level 1, as we've witnessed in past games. Looks like they just are backing out though.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, both teams just going to go for their own buffs in the jungle, just taking it easy. Nice defensive starts. No one wants to throw out. They've got a lot on the line in this game, so both teams just want the jungler to have a nice start so you can start helping out their lanes, having a lot of presence all around the map, and just having what they need to win this game.
Yeah, most definitely. So the teams are just starting normal jungle camps. Blue buff are taking for both the Nessus and for the Zac. They'll probably rotate down to their red buff afterwards and maybe gank the lane closest to them after they've cleaned that one up. So it looks like we are going to see a lane swap. Shin is going to 1v2 in the bot lane. Corki and Janna are going to 1v1 this Pantheon. That's probably a good decision. Pantheon is really, really bad in a 1v2. He can use his spares to get some of the last hits, but he's going to go very quickly and be completely out of luck. So a good choice by Team VGR.Black to do this lane swap.
Yeah, Pantheon's already on half alpha, knows he's going to have a hard time against this Corki and the Janna. Shin should be able to do alright against Nami and Twitch, but he's got to be careful still, because they can be really deadly together. He's just got a 1v2 better than the Pantheon though, and I don't think Pantheon's going to have the best time early in this lane.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kha'Zix against Ahri in the mid lane. I feel like this is a fairly even lane, actually. Kha'Zix will be able to CS quite well in the earlier levels. And when they get level 6, they both have quite a lot of kill potential on one another. And it's not in anyone's favor either way.
Yeah, Kha'Zix has had a lot of changes over his time, but he's still a very dominant hero, so they do have to be careful about that. But we saw the power of Ahri last game and what she can do. So they've got good pickups there.
So, Twitch is definitely shoving in on this Shen. Shen's going to be able to CS quite well under turret using his Vorpal Blades. He can also mitigate quite a bit of the damage that Twitch and Nami are going to put out using that shield, the Faint shield it's called. And he's going to be alright in this 1v2. Zac has rotated top to try help out this Pantheon. But this Pantheon
yeah,
has
and we're seeing the same thing from the Nessus bots. This is what happens in the 1v2 lanes. The jungler does come down, help the person who's by himself, make sure that tower stays up. Doesn't take too much damage, because you want to take that tower first so you can lane swap back. That's the plan. They want to take out Pantheon's tower, swap back so they can deal with bot, make sure that dragon doesn't get grabbed. That's why Zac's spending so much time trying to stall, trying to keep that tower up, just so they can keep these two up the top more, get their bot heroes big. They can take bot tower first. That'll be really big for them. Then they're open to take the dragons. That's what they want to do. They're going to have a Shen taunt at the bot lane, then they're going to go in on it, but the bubble hits them both. They have double buff on this Nessus, so they do have to be careful, but he's going to back up because he is exhausted, taking a bunch of damage from the Twitch, so they're going to have to go out of that. They're not going to win that engage there, so they're just going to be happy. They're just stalling time. There's not much they can do. That Nami bubble on both of them was actually really good. That stalled them both the time. They couldn't actually do anything to the Twitch. Nami really proving why she's picked. At the same time, we're having Janna getting a bit beaten down on the top from the Zac. Those double buffs really annoying when you're low level and support. That red really starts to eat away at your health.
Yeah, and Janna actually flashed away there, and Zac is camping. So if he could land another Elastic Slingshot, he might be able to make something happen on that Janna for the first blood. And let's see if Janna goes close to set up that ward, because if she does, she might get punished for it, really.
Yeah, and Zach's still hanging around. This is what Dust likes to do. He's a very patient jungler and he's willing to wait around. He gets a good jump off and they're actually going to go really hard on the Corki here. He could be in trouble. Ignites on him. He's trying to survive. It's going down to the last ticks. He will die to the first blood. And that's the double jump. It was the jump in from Dust, followed up with a Pantheon stun, doing too much damage, holding him still. And that's how it goes. Pantheon top working out, actually getting the first blood and winning the 1v2 thanks to the help of Dust the jungler.
Yeah, well played. That's exactly what Pantheon wants to start his ridiculous AD Assassin snowball, is to pick up that first blood. So he got that indeed. He's going to be able to get some extra CS in this top lane, as well as deny Corki so much CS. It was about 15 there, and he really needed that.
And Janna's got to be really careful. She's trying to save this tower as much as she can, but she also knows those two can really beat her down if they want to. She's just a Janna, so she's being careful. She's just trying to hold at the creep. The tower's actually getting extremely low. They're actually almost tempted to commit to it, but they are going to back off in the end. And it's about a quarter health left.
So Kha'Zix and Ahri are both pretty even in CS in this mid lane, 31 to 36, and Kha'Zix will grab a couple more under this turret. Neither of them are level 6 just yet, and as soon as they get there, I feel like they have more kill potential on one another, especially if the jungler comes to gank. So it's looking pretty static in these lanes at the moment. I don't think there's going to be too much action without outside influence. It's what you generally see at high levels of play. Very hard.
Yeah, and we see the taunt coming back onto the Twitch, but as soon as he taunts on, Nami's always ready to bubble disengage, and they can't actually make any move off it. So Nami's playing really well at this bot lane, really keeping Twitch alive and helping him farm up against the Shin.
And Noxius is coming down just to hold the lane a little bit, help Shin out, because this 1v2 isn't too easy for him, even though he did initiate the swap. He actually flash taunts and misses the Nami, so he's going to be pretty sour about that. Flash does have a 5-minute cooldown, and it makes him a little bit more vulnerable to ganks.
Yep, and the Twitch is actually lasting a lot better than the Corki. He's actually about 10 CS up, so he's enjoying the lane, and I think that's why they're trying to stop. They know the power of Twitch late game. They've just used it, and they're worried about it coming back and hurting them. So they're trying to control his farm, but they are unable to do so.
Ahri gets withered in the mid lane by Noxius. Noxius just holding mid lane, being a pretty omnipresent jungler. Every time it seems like someone's going to be able to push onto a turret, he shows up to use his Spirit Fire and to pick up some extra CS. So he's quite happy with himself at the moment, as well he should be. So.
In the meantime, they're just still sieging that tower bot. They're trying to get the first towers down. It's been quite a patient game. It's only one kill, 7 minutes in. Both teams are trying to make these split lanes work, trying to make them take out these towers. They just want these early objectives. No one's too keen to make really big moves. It's been quite a safe little game. And that's just because it's the grand final. These guys are also exhausted. They've played so many long games after each other. They're all just so tired. They're just trying to play smart and safe and get a win. And that's how I feel everyone's playing this game. But they've got to be careful. Eventually plays will have to be made, and it comes down to how well they executed, who will win these games.
Yeah, it really does. Zach actually jumping on. Wow, nice tornado coming up from Janna, knocking the Pantheon away, but it looks like it doesn't matter, and Zeratul actually uses his Valkyrie to ride all the way out. Really nice Janna play there. Tornado knocked the Pantheon away from landing the stun. Janna's shield kept him alive when he would otherwise have died. So really nice play. I'm surprised at how well this Pantheon is doing in this top lane. He's not generally a hero I associate with being a good laner, especially in a 1v2.
Yeah, I think he'll be really happy to have picked up that first blood kill thanks to Zach's help. That really helps him just get that bit of gold, get snowballing, get comfortable in that lane so he can start dominating and put a bit of pressure on that Corki. He actually gets the tower there, so that's Zach really helping out, and they get that first tower. They're going to be really happy to have won that on the lane swap. It means they actually bet the 1v2. I think they've done really well in the Noxius here to be ready for it. The Pantheon, they thought they could abuse the odd pick, thought they could force him to struggle against the AD carry and the support. Was not the case. He ended up winning that lane, and they're in a very good position now.
Yeah, that's fair enough as well. So the tower did go down in the top lane. That's the first tower of the game, a little bit of a gold advantage, and Pantheon's going to be pretty happy with himself, I feel. He's actually running mid now. He might be using his Grand Skyfall to try and gank this Kha'Zix and try and make something happen. I wouldn't be surprised if he casts it anyway, trying to bait a flash out or something like that. And actually, Royal Chocobo's leveled up his Spike Rack first. Evolved his Spike Rack first, even after the changes. So he has some pretty good wave there at the moment.
Yep. And they got to be careful though. They come in and there's 3 of them mid. They've rotated up, but they aren't able to actually jump on this. So they're just going to be patient. He's happy with these voice breaks just to farm up. It's quite interesting to see this kind of old style of Kazik's still around, and it'll be interesting to see if he can really make it work out for him. He had a bit of a rough game last game, so I'm sure he wants to have a really good game just to turn it around. He played well on the Cassidy in the first game, so I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if he can make this Kazik's work.
And pings are going onto the Dragon. I don't feel like either team... Actually, as I say that, Noxius Gaming are grouping up to do it. And I think they do have the control, as Corki is top lane and is pushing up quite aggressively. It would be really unfortunate for Noxius Gaming if this was taken away from them though. And some nice damage coming in from Kha'Zix over the wall.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to lock down this Dragon. They do manage to do so. That's a nice fast Dragon, just 10 minutes in. They want to get it quick. They've already got the first kill. They really want to start pulling away a lead. They've got a Twitch farming quite well, so they're feeling happy. Their ADC is farming. Their top's winning the lane. So they've got the Dragon, so they're going to be feeling really confident. This is the kind of start they want. The carry's getting big. The little play up, they struggled with the lane swap last time, but this time they've been extremely good. They're going to have Scampion Sky drop top to make sure they don't put too much damage on that tower, and he's going to continue farming up here, putting pressure on that cookie.
Wow. Kha'Zix actually...
And here we go, in the mid, Raw Chocobo, he's going for it. Ari might be in trouble, but Ari's turning. She might even win. Really low health from both of these heroes. Well played by both the mids. Almost getting a kill, Raw Chocobo, and almost dying. Really good turnaround by the Ari, putting the right amount of damage in and keeping herself alive, so well played.
That was really played. So, Shin's Stand United actually got cancelled. I'm not sure what cancelled it. I was watching the mid lane, but that meant he couldn't arrive and pick up that kill on the Ari. She's probably pretty grateful for whoever cancelled it. I think it might have been a Nami bubble or something like that, but well played. Zac is now pushing down the wave in the mid lane, just denying extra CS. Neither Kha'Zix or Ari picked up a kill there, so the lane is still pretty standard. Ari's going to come back with a Fiendish Codex that's eventually going to turn into a Death by Graphs, and she's going to be able to 1v1 heroes pretty easily. Kha'Zix is a bit of an exception though, because he can go invisible and drop that aggro, so...
Yeah, in the meantime, Zac's just warding the enemy jungle, just getting himself some vision to see if he has any openings. They want to find something good. Kha'Zix is going to jump straight onto this Ari, putting in a lot of damage, taking down a half out, but he's now going to turn around. His spells are on cooldown, but he's happy to burst it down, make him feel a little bit less comfortable in that lane.
And Corki actually going very aggressive onto Pantheon at the top lane. Really nice Tornado, actually knocks him up and secures the kill. So Corki and Janna pick up the Pantheon and might be able to get some serious damage on, even take this top turret.
Yeah, Pantheon's been having a really good game so far. Maybe just got a little bit overconfident there on the 1v2 lane, because they did manage to pick up that kill, and they will put that pressure on. But in the meantime, they're going to counter that by trying to put pressure on the bot lane, try to take out this tower. Twitch is there, Zac is there, and Nami is there, and it's first Nessus, it's first Shin, the two tanks. They're trying to hold it off, they're trying to stop the damage, but slowly this tower is getting windowed down. We have Corgi actually creeping at the top lane behind the tower. The tower does just go down to creeps, so he's happy with that. So they do get top tower. Bot tower is still safe, so they're going to be quite happy there. Both top tower tier 1s are down though, so they are below in tower damage there and health, but they're actually even on towers at the moment.
Which makes sense, 1-to-1, about 1.4k gold advantage in favor of Noxius Gaming, and three
These
members...
heroes bot are actually just stuck. But Janna comes down to try help, but all she can really do is put a shield on. Zac's going to jump away, fling himself out. Kha'Zix is on the way too. Good Tornado though, slowing him down with the Janna. Here comes the disengage attempt. They're going to re-engage straight away actually. Ari wants this, she's going to do a lot of damage. Kha'Zix in trouble, he's just going to run away. Double kill to Ari, really good rotation from her to come down and turn around on that. The tide away from Nami was good too. Put up the heroes and really set it up so Ari could just clean up there. And they've got to be careful. This Ari player really likes Ari, really good player, and will punish you if you make mistakes like that. So really well done. And actually picks up the kill. Didn't even see it. That's going to be Zac getting a kill on Royal Chocobo on that Kha'Zix. They take another one and the bot tower. 1 for 4. Really good start from the Oxys.
It is indeed, and they are looking very confident at the moment. Shin's actually teleporting into this mid wave just to stop this Pantheon and this Zac from doing damage to this turret, because they can definitely get it low. Pantheon's sitting in quite a lot of AD at the moment. I think he's rushing a Last Whisper after this Brutalizer, and he's going to be looking to do almost true damage. Actually taunts the Zac under turret. Ari comes in to peel from him a little bit though, and they're going to continue the siege, I think.
Yeah, Noxius, they're really enjoying the early game. They've had a really good start, and they're really starting to look like they might even start to pull away, but Corki is farming, and he is getting big. He's got quite a good carry potential, so it's definitely not over. But it's definitely a strong start. They really they started off poorly last game, and I think they're here to turn it around to show we can dominate early as well, like they did the first game. And a really strong play from them. They're going to actually maybe give Pantheon this red. They are. So he's going to pick up the red buff from there, and he might... he's just going to recall. He's got no mana. He wants to play it safe. Corki, though, having a really nice farm top lane. He's just sitting here enjoying himself quite a lot.
And Ness is just clearing away waves in the mid lane with the Spirit Fire, stacking that Siphoning Strike. It's not very high at the moment. He's got a plus 132 damage, which is pretty respectable, but it's going to get much, much higher towards the end of the game. Ness is taking red away as well. I'm not sure if he's going to give that to anyone and just take it for himself and get a little bit more farmed, a little bit more fed.
Yeah, we're just seeing really defensive plays by both teams. None of them really want to make big initiates. We've seen this quite common. They're both two very reactive teams. They like to wait for the enemy to make a move and then to pounce off it. We see on the counter-attack, Noxius can be very dangerous, especially with that tidal wave really turning the tides of the fight. Sorry for the horrible joke, but it is actually what it does. It just bumps everyone up and they can turn around, get a good initiate on Ari. That's what we saw bot lane, and it was really deadly, so they've got to be careful.
Yeah, so 4 members of Noxious Gaming are grouping mid lane, trying to get some damage down to this turret. I think Zeratul and Royal Chocobo have enough damage and enough AoE to just wave clear though, and Pantheon is running bot to stop this Shin split pushing. Nice poke coming up from Royal Chocobo. He did evolve that Spine Rack first, and the damage really shows.
Pantheon sky dropping bot, grabbing a whole bunch of creeps. Gonna help him out on the old farm and protect the tower. It's gonna be alright. Shin's gonna sneak out, recall on that bush, but Pantheon probably doesn't want to fight him anyway. He's just keen to get all these creeps, get nice and big, farm up, and become an absolute nuisance.
Yeah, fair enough. Now there's a dance going around the dragon buff. The dragon, and it has just spawned, and it looks like they might be able to pick it up.
It was a really close attractive on the Ari, just missing. She's gonna hide that, but she's gonna get Nessus though. Nessus was one who can take it though. He's gonna put up his ult. Bounce comes out from Dust, and he's got good positioning there. But Shin jumps in, trying to taunt. We're gonna see Kulki try to spit a lot of damage. Pantheon's gonna get hurt. He is exhausted too, so he can't do much damage. Twitch is about half out, but in a nice position. Kulki can't get to him, so we're gonna just trade Kha'Zix for Pantheon, but they also lost Nessus, so it's a 2-for-1. Noxious will be happy there. They have better position on their back line, and that's what really helped them out in that fight. Kulki couldn't get in and do enough damage. The taunt was good, I believe, but there's just no damage to back it up.
And that was a 1-for-2, and I'm just checking who got Dragon, and it looks like NX did pick up Dragon as well, so it was definitely in their favor. They've got a 3.8k gold lead, closing in on 4,000 gold, and they're looking pretty good at the moment. Actually stealthing in, and they might try to make something happen. The knockup is good. Actually, Dragon's not there. I actually saw the wrong Dragon in chat. So they didn't.
We're going to see Ari get blown up here. She gets to survive. She just gets away, and it actually ends up with Kulki dying. He thought I could get the kill. It was really aggressive, and it looked quite promising, but he was actually surrounded by enemies. It was the wrong place to jump, and he gets picked off. Ari just survived. She's playing a really good game this game.
And Dragon is going down now. It looks like NX will pick the second Dragon up as well, so definitely in the driver's seat. Definitely looking good. Janna just recalling now, has gotten oracles, has been clearing wards quite aggressively. Very few wards on the map for Noxious Gaming, but I feel like they'll get oracles of their own and will be able to re-ward the map and clear the vision out that VGR.Black have. I'm liking this Pantheon pick as well. He has a lot of armor pen, a lot of AD at the moment, and we'll be looking up pretty much just to blow up this Corki every single fight. And I think he's going to be capable of it as well. Alright, and Shin is clearing the small golem camp. Will be able to go back and buy his Sunfire Cape on the next recall.
Oh, Attract hits Royal Chocobo in the mid. They can't back it up though. This is Ari really good on the skill shots, and she's a really dominant player. She's making Ari look extremely scary and a strong back. I can see why it's so popular. It's really causing them a bit of trouble.
It really is. Charm hits again on the Kha'Zix, takes quite a bit of damage, has to blow the Spirit Rush to get out. Bubble comes out, but the Kha'Zix have already started peeling away, so it completely misses.
And here she goes, just diving in, throwing the charm again, spitting out so much damage. Kha'Zix having a really hard time to survive, and the spray blade coming out too. They're probably just going to use this to try shove down the mid tower as most of they can. He possibly even taking it. Ness is going to try to fend. I don't know if he can. The siege from Twitch should be quite good. He is going to just go take it out. I do believe this mid tower, we're going to see a sky drop come down, bounce around, stall in time. Jarnus does not want to be there, lands right on top of him. He does push away everyone else though. No, sacrifice on the Janna, but wow, that really hurt her. And what a good sky drop. They tried to save time, keeping people in the range with the Let's Bounce. A lot of them got out, and here he dives again. This is Dust. He is so good on the Zac arrow. Jumping in. There goes Corky, just dead. They missed the charm. Got to be careful. He's taking a lot of tower hits. He is going to flash out. That was the Twitch. Kha'Zix's going to try and get a sneaky kill here. He's going to back out because he did have support from the Pantheon. And they're starting to crumble. This Pantheon pick being quite good. Ari's playing really well. And I think the best of 5 is just taking a bit of the toll on VGR.
Yeah, most definitely is. They've been playing since they've been playing for the last 8 hours, 8 hours even. So that is a long time to be playing on one day, and these are the most important matches of the day, and it just takes so much out of you. The score is 2-9, 6.9k gold in favor of NX, and they're doing very well for themselves at the moment.
Yeah, here comes Royal Chocobo. He's trying to get a kill in the bot lane on the Twitch, but the invis is so annoying. He does know where he'll be heading up towards the tower, but he doesn't know exactly where he'll be, and Twitch will show himself now, but he is safe, and now he's just got to recall. Annoying as he is, but that is the advantage of invisibility. It's a great escape, it's a great initiate, and that's what's going to keep him safe. But Kha'Zix's just going to take the creeps, just trying to make what he can out of going bot lane, and try to keep himself in this game.
I think Kha'Zix has a lot of potential to come back into this game with a vengeance after he finishes a few core items like Brutalizer, like his Maw of Immortalis, and like his Muramana as well. So he has been stacking that tier. It's not very far up at the moment, 328 out of 750, but the closer he gets to completing that item, the better it will be for Ramona's team. Actually gets caught out of his jump by the Zac. Does the bouncing thing as well, taking quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, Let's Bounce. It was a really good Let's Bounce, and he followed his pathing really well. We're going to see the Spray and Break come out. They are going to pick off Royal Chocobo there. That's a really big pick, and they may even try push for the second tower. Ari's rotated down, so they have that now. They have that charm. Corky is nowhere near there, by the way, so they're quite powerful at the moment. We're going to see the Fling big charge up. They're going to jump in. The charm's going down too, and this is a really powerful sky drop. It's going to land right on top, doing lots of damage. There goes the Nessus. He's going to follow up the stun. There you go. Dyslex is going to go down too on that Janna. Double kill comes out to the Pantheon. Great sky drop. They're going to follow it up. This is going to be the tier 2 tower going down, that's for sure. And it's 12 for 2. A lot of trouble VGR are in.
Yeah, they're most definitely in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw a surrender vote coming out shortly. I feel like this game is one that they can't bring back with the team comp they have and with the advantage that
they have a different idea. They're going to send Shin and Corky bot and try go for a sneaky backdoor, but that tower's got a lot of help. Yeah, they're just kidding. They don't play it. It's even Corky tanking the tower. I think they're just having fun. I think they know this game isn't going to be theirs. I think they're just having a little final laugh before it all goes downhill. Here we go. All the Ignite comes out on the Zac, but it's not going to be enough. There we go. There's the kill.
Surrender vote comes out, and that is GG. 2 for 2. NX take away the victory. So
it's going to go to game 5. Best of 5. All the way to the ends. A real close game. A real close series, I should say. That game was less close than the rest. I think that the length of this game is really taking the toll. I don't think either team expected them to be going for this long. But now we're going to see. May the best team win, I guess. Game 5, bring it on.
And I'm just